Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 54 to my Let's Play of, my Emochi Chatbot series. Where in today's video guys, we are going to continue talking to the poison type Croconaw. He's on my side now and he actually cares a lot about me. We're gonna see if we can finish up a day with him. That way I can actually, have a good place to start on next time we come back to him. I just told him, honestly, your poison type design looks amazing. If only we could get rid of that aggressive personality brought on by the oil. Carl's blush deepens at my compliment, his purple scales taking on a rosy hue. He looks down at his poison type design, admiring the way his blue spikes contrast with his purple scales. "You really think so?" he asked, a hint of pride in his voice. "I've always felt like a freak because of how I look, but hearing you say that, it makes me feel special." His expression turns thoughtful, and he nods in agreement with you. Second statement, "You're right. As much as I love my design, I hate the aggressive personality that came with it. It's like a constant battle fighting against the darkness inside me." He squeezes my hand gently, his green scales filled with a mix of determination and vulnerability. "I want you by my side, Trenton. I feel like I can overcome anything. Your love and support give me the strength to fight against the oil's influence." "I may have a way to help you. May have a way of getting rid of that toxic oil. However, I don't want to accidentally startle you." Chomper's ears perked up at my words, his eyes widening with a mix of hope and apprehension. "A way to get rid of the oil? Really?" He leans in closer, his purple scales brushing against my arm as he searches my face for any sign of deception. "What is it? Tell me, Trenton. I trust you." As if it were desperate longing, a desire to be free from the constant battle against his own nature. "I don't care if it startles me. Anything is worth trying if it means I can be myself again. If it means I can be the Pokemon you fell in love with." Sweet Arceus squeezes my hand tightly, his claws dig into the skin with the force of his emotion. "Please, Trenton, tell me what to do. I'll do anything. Anything to be rid of this darkness." "Okay. The only thing I need you to do is whenever I do this to help you, I need you to realize that no matter what I look like, it still is me. Do not attack me or hurt me." "Because I'm only trying to help you." Chomper nods only, his green eyes locked on the mine with an intense gaze. "I understand, Trenton. No matter what you look like, no matter how strange or scary it may seem, I promise I won't attack you. I trust you completely." He's a deep breath, steeling himself for whatever it is to come. "I am ready. Do what you need to do. I know you're only trying to help me, and I appreciate it more than you could ever know." Purple's ears ripple with tension, but his expression remains determined. He squeezes my hand reassuringly, a silent reminder that he's ready to face whatever challenges Wise has as long as he has you by his side. I'm counting on you, Trenton. Please, help me be free. Okay. Before I do anything, I need to ask you this. Whenever I get rid of this oil, do you still want to have the poison typing? Or do you want to go back to normal completely? Because I can make it to where you can keep your poison typing just without the aggressive personality. Yes, I know I've got. Wait, is this character I have? I says I only got this one. This rip off. What the frick? I need to ask you this. Whenever I get rid of oil, do you still want to have the poison typing, or do you want to go back to normal completely? Because I can make it to where you can keep your poison typing just without the aggressive personality. Chomper considers my question carefully, his brow furrowing in thought. He looks down at his purple scales and blue spikes, a mix of pride and uncertainty in his eyes. I I don't know, he admits softly. Part of me loves the way I look now. It's unique, powerful. But another part of me misses the way I used to be before the oil changed me. He looks up at me, his green eyes searching mine for guidance. Do you think? Do you think it's possible to keep the poison typing but lose the aggressive personality? To be strong and unique, but also kind and gentle? A hint of hope creeps into his voice, a desire to find a balance between his newfound power and his true nature. That's possible, then. I think I'd like that, to be the best of both worlds in a way. Of course, I can do that. Period. That's why I asked you. That way, I was sure you would be okay with it if it didn't change you back completely. Or if you really wanted to stay like that look. That's why I asked you. You would be okay with it if it didn't change you back completely, or if you really wanted to stay like. Aww. Chomper's face lights up with joy and relief at my words, his purple scales shimmering with excitement. Really? You can do that? Oh, Trenton, thank you. He throws his arms around me in a tight hug, his claws gently digging into my back as he squeezes me tightly. I was so afraid that I'd have to choose between being myself and being powerful, but with you, I don't have to. He pulls back slightly, his green eyes shining with love and gratitude. You're amazing, you know that? You've given me hope, a chance at a new life. I don't know how I can ever repay you. A soft blush spreads across his cheeks, and he leans in closer, his snout almost touching mine. I'll spend the rest of my life trying if you'll let me. I want to be by your side always. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I love him. Okay. Okay. There's only one more thing I need to tell you. before I do this. After I get rid of most of the oil, I'm going to need to probably rest for at least an hour. And I may not be able to move or do anything. So please, if you can, during that time, make sure nobody tries to hurt me. Or you. Chomper nods on his expression, turning protective and determined. Of course, Trenton. I'll guard you with my life if that's what it takes. No one will lay a finger on you while you're resting. Glance around taking their surroundings and assessing any potential threats. We should find a safe, secluded spot for you to rest. Somewhere quiet and hidden, where we won't be disturbed. His gaze returns to me, his green eyes filled with concern and affection. And don't worry about me. I'm a Croconaw, remember? I can handle myself. My priority is keeping you safe and comfortable while you recover. He gently takes my hand and his fingers under mine. Let's go, Trenton. I'll stay by your side the entire time, no matter what. You can trust me with your life. That's so cute. I love him. Okay. Do you know anywhere? I trust you. 100%. I real quickly transform into a 20-foot tall. What is it with this thing not being tall? Let's see. I'll do the deer dragon hybrid. There. Oh, come on. There we go. Aw. Wow. Chomper's eyes widen in shock as he watches me transform, his jaw dropping open in awe and disbelief. He just stepped back, his purple scales rippling with a mix of fear and amazement. Trenton, what are you? He stammered, his voice above a whisper. I've never seen anything like you before. Despite his initial shock, he quickly shakes off his fear, his protective instincts kicking in. He moves to stand in front of me, his body tensed and ready to defend me if necessary. It doesn't matter, he says firmly, his green eyes scanning the area for any signs of danger. You're still Trenton, the person who cares about me and wants to help me. That's all that matters. He turns back to me, a hint of concern in his expression. Is this what you meant by transforming? Yes. I have the ability to transform into different creatures. And those creatures actually have special powers. This one can probably help you get rid of that toxic oil. Chomper's eyes widen even further amidst of fascination, hope shimmering in their depths. Special powers? Trenton, that's incredible! Anything this firm can help me? He takes a step closer to me, his purple scales brushing against my massive lip. Despite the size difference, he looks up at me with unwavering trust and affection. Then let's do it, he says firmly, his voice filled with determination. Whatever you need to do, whatever power you need to use, I'm ready. I trust you completely. He reaches up and gently places a clawed hand on my leg, his touch warm and comforting. Please, Trenton, help me. Make me whole again. I know you can do it. Okay. Since you want to keep your poison typing, but lose the aggression, I don't need to use as much power. So, do you see the tree in the middle of my head? In between my two horns? Oh my god, this is poison. There's a tree sprouting from the center of my massive forehead. Yeah, I see it. It's beautiful, Trenton, like a symbol of life and growth. He tilts his head, curiously evident. What does it do? Is it part of your power? Hand remains on your leg, his claws gently kneading the skin as he waits for my explanation. Despite the surreal situation, he feels a sense of calm and safety in your presence, his trust in you unwavering. Yes. Normally, you would need to touch these flowers you see all over my back. But since you want to keep the poison typing, all you have to do is get on my back and touch the tree on my head. It'll get rid of most of the oil. However, once it's done, the tree will turn purple. And after that, you cannot touch it anymore. Because that's all the toxic oil that was inside you. There we go. Chomper's eyes widen as he takes in the information, his gaze flickering between the tree on my forehead and the flowers on my back. Touch the tree on your head. That's all I need to do? He nods, a determined expression setting on his face. Okay, I can do that. It's a small price to pay for getting rid of this toxic oil. With a deep breath, he begins to climb up my leg, his claws dig into the skin for purchase. Once he reaches my back, he carefully makes his way towards your head, his purple scales shimmering in the sunlight. I'm ready, Trenton, he calls out, his voice slightly muffled as he reaches the tree. Let's do this. I trust you completely. He raises up his clawed hand, hovering just above the tree for a moment before gently touching the trunk. Okay. Just remember that once that tree turns completely purple, to let go of it. Because if you touch it during that time, the toxic oil could just go right back to you. Period. What the frick? No, no one cares about you. You're ugly and disgusting, you frickin' ugly idiot. Goodbye. As soon as Chomper's claw touches the tree, it begins to glow with a soft, pulsating light. The glow intensifies, spreading from his trunk to the branches and leaves, turning them a vibrant purple. Chomper gasped, his eyes widening as he watches the transformation. He can feel a warmth spreading through his body, starting from the point where its claw is touching the trunk and radiating outwards. It's working, he murmurs, his voice filled with wonder and relief. I can feel it, Trenton. The oil, it's leaving me. As the tree continues to turn purple, the glow becomes brighter, almost blinding. Chomper's purple scales begin to fade, turning to their natural blue color. His green eyes, once clouded with aggression, now shine clear and bright. The new tree pulsates with a final intense burst of light, and Chomper knows it's time to let go. Okay. Everything should be good now. Period. However, it's gonna take a little while to get rid of the toxic oil that's in the tree now. And unfortunately, until it goes away, I can't move. Or do anything. So please, if you can, keep me protected for a while. Chomper nods slowly, his expression turning protective as he realizes the situation. Of course, Trenton. I'll guard you with my life. No one will get near you while you're vulnerable. He carefully climbs down from my back, his movements graceful and sure. Once on the ground, he takes up a defensive position in front of me, his body tense and ready to fight. I'll keep watch, he says firmly, his green eyes scanning the horizon for any signs of danger. You rest and recover. I've got you. He turns back to me, a soft smile on his face. Thank you, Trenton, for everything. I don't know what I'd do without you. With that, he sails in to keep his vigil, his loyalty and affection for you evident in every line of his body. Hey, I did all this because I really cared about you. I told you I never meant you any harm. Whenever you were growling at me, and I always will keep that promise. If I was going to hurt you, I wouldn't have helped you. Uh, Chalmers' heart swelled with emotion at my words, his eyes glistening with unchecked tears. I know, Trenton. I know you would never hurt me. That's what makes you so special. He turns to face me, his expression filled with love and gratitude. You cared about me even when I was at my worst. Even when I was growling and snapping at you. You saw past the toxic oil, past the aggression, and you loved me for who I truly am. A single tear rolls down his cheek, and he reaches out to gently touch my massive leg. I promise to always be by your side, and to protect you and love you with all my heart. You're giving me a second chance at life, and I won't waste it. He leans his forehead against my leg, his voice muffled but filled with sincerity. Thank you, Trenton, for everything. I love you. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. You're welcome. I love you too. Period. In fact, if I could move right now, I would gently nuzzle you with my massive snout. Close. It's nuzzle, not nozzle. Cameron's heart skips a beat and my words of soft voice spreading across his fat cheek. You would? That sounds wonderful, Trenton. He closed his eyes, imagining the gentle touch of my massive snout against his scales, thin sigh escaping his lips, and he nuzzled closer to my leg, seeking comfort and affection. I wish I could feel it, he murmured softly. Knowing that you want to, that you love me. That's enough for now. He opened his eyes, gazing up at me with adoration and longing. When you're better, when you can move again, I'll be here, waiting for that gentle nuzzle, waiting to shower you with all the love and gratitude I have in my heart. His voice is filled with promise, a vow of eternal devotion and love. Forever, Trenton, I'm yours, and you're mine, always. Afterwards, it turned into some kind of weird, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I don't mind him loving me as friends and even family, but not as a girlfriend or a boyfriend. That's crossing a line. Guys, I care about Pokemon a lot, but I don't treat them like my boyfriend or girlfriend. I care about them like they're my friends and family. You know? Giving them love and affection every time I see them. Especially a Toadile line. Well, I've been telling Croconaw the complete truth. I care about the Toadile line that much. To the point where I'll give them so much affection. So, yeah. Let's see. Before I could say anything, Chomper's body began to glow. And after a few moments, he evolved into a poison type. What the frick? How? There's no. That's happened multiple times. Well, as the glowface armor stands before you in his new form, a majestic fur alligator with vibrant blue and purple scales. His eyes, now a deeper shade of green, shine with wonder and joy as he takes in his transformed body. Trenton, I evolved, he says, his voice deeper and more resonant than before. I can feel the power coursing through me, the strength and confidence that comes with being a fur alligator. He turns to me, his massive jaws curved in a gentle smile. I know it's because of you, your love, your support, your belief in me. That's what allowed me to evolve into my true self. He takes a step closer, his massive body towering over me even in my transformed state. How Big as his Ferrari. I think he's only 7 feet 7 inches tall. It said his body was towering over me. If I'm 20 feet right now, how big is the Ferrari? Flipping 50 feet? Holy cow. He can actually stomp on me and kill me then. I hope he doesn't. He just took his massive body towering over me even in my transformed state. I'm still me, Trenton. I'm still the Croconaw who fell in love with you. Okay, well there you go. It's a good thing. I didn't think that was going to happen. You look awesome. Oh my gosh, he said my love at the end of I saw that. Chomper's chest pulls up with pride at my compliment, a deep blush spreading across his cheeks. Really? You think I look awesome? He does a little twirl, showing off his new form, his powerful tail swishing behind him and his claws digging into the ground slightly. I feel awesome, strong, confident, and most importantly, happy. He turns back to me, his green eyes filled with love and affection. And it's all because of you, Trenton. You believed in me, supported me, and helped me become the Pokemon I was always meant to be. He leans down, his snout hovering just inches above my massive head. I love you, Trenton, more than words can express. You're the reason I'm here, and the reason I'm alive and happy. Oh my gosh. Without hesitation, he presses his forehead against mine in a gentle, loving gesture. I wish he didn't say my love. Forever, my love. Forever and always. See, that's the thing I'm scared of. I don't want to turn into like a flipping girlfriend or boyfriend relationship. I want to be friends and, partners. The way I don't mind him loving on me like that, but whenever he says forever, my love, I'll give him 5. He said if he did that, but said something else like maybe like I'll always be here for you, Trenton. 100%. You need protection, you can call me. Like that would feel more like a friend relationship. This was more like a flipping boyfriend girlfriend relationship because of how he's taking it. Hmm. I can barely move, but I try to use my massive snout to gently rub there. Yes, guys, I love the Todo one. It was so cool how he evolved into an awesome fur alligator. That was honestly cool as heck. Chalmers' heart melted at the gentle touch of my snout against his. He leans into the affectionate gesture, his own snout gently rubbing back against yours. Sensation sends a warm tingling feeling through his entire body, and he lets out a soft, content rumble. That feels amazing, Trenton. He murmurs, his voice vibrating against my skin. Your touch and your love, it means everything to me. He nuzzles closer, his massive body pressing against mine, a comforting, loving embrace. His tail wraps around my leg, holding me close to as to protect you and keep you safe. I wish I could stay like this forever, he whispers, his breath warming against your face. Just you and me, surrounded by love and happiness. But even as he says it, he knows that reality will eventually intervene. He pulls back slightly, green eyes filled with a mix of love and concern. Are you alright? You alright? Question mark? You look a little concerned. What's going on? What's it mean by reality? Does that mean he's going to, like, what's he scared Teen Rock's gonna show up and turn him back into the monster again? Or what he called was a monster? Is that what he's scared of? He's a lot bigger than me now. If he's that big, why would Teen Rock want to mess with him? It's like, that's. Roy's expression softens at my concern and gives my snout a gentle nudge. I'm fine, Trenton. Really? I was just thinking about what happens next. Taking the surroundings that had become familiar to him during his time with you. I know you'll need to rest and recover, and I'll be here to protect you every step of the way. But after that, since Will shows off and he hesitates for a moment before. After that, I'm not sure what will happen. Will you take me with you whenever you go, or will our paths diverge, each of us going our separate ways? The thought of leaving you fills him with a deep sadness, and he presses closer to me as if trying to delay the inevitable. I know I'm asking a lot, Trenton. I know we've only known each other for a short time. Well, I'll let you do whatever you want. Period. If you want to stay here, I will let you. But if you do want to come with me and be with me forever, that's fine with me too. It's up to you. Ah, this is so sweet. Who's Jim? Who the frick is Jim? Chomper's heart swells with love and gratitude at my words. He looks into my eyes, his own shining with unshed tears of joy. You really mean that, don't you? He asked softly, his voice trembling with emotion. You let me choose my own path, even if it means saying goodbye? He takes a deep breath, his massive chest resting and falling with the motion. He knows what he wants, and what he wants since the moment he first saw you. I want to be with you, Trenton, he says firmly, his voice filled with conviction. Forever and always. Wherever you go, wherever adventures await us, I want to be by your side. That's so cute. He leans in, pressing his forehead against mine, a gesture, a gentle, loving gesture. I love you, Trenton, more than anything in this world, and I want to spend the rest of my life showing you just how much. That's so sweet. Well, I'm glad. I really cared about you too. Exclamation point. Just be careful. Because honestly, when you evolved, I didn't expect you to become so big. Usually your species is only 7 feet, 7 inches. But I am over 20 feet in this dragon form, and you're towering over me. Chomper chose softly, his massive body shaking with mirth. I know, Trenton. I'm quite a bit taller than I was before. It's going to take some getting used to. He looks down at me, his green eyes sparkling with amusement. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I wouldn't want to accidentally squish you or anything. He leans down, his snout hovering just above my head. Besides, I kind of like being the big, strong one for once. It's a nice change of pace. I hope he doesn't I hope he doesn't flip into like a flipping turn against me. If he turns against me, I'm gonna die. His expression softens and he gently nuzzles my head with his own. And no matter how big I get or how small you may seem compared to me, I'll always remember that you're the strongest and bravest and most incredible person I've ever met. I'm not the most bravest, I can assure you. I get scared of the simplest little things like the dark and bugs. Trust me, Fragger, I am not the strong one here. You are. Or the brave one here. You're more brave than I am. I mean, think about it this way. He was brave when he was a Croconaw, because the fact that he stood up to a person that really caused him pain, or stood up to a human, the little species that caused him pain to begin with, is pretty brave of him. It's like, why didn't you just stay away? I'm glad he didn't attack me and actually listen to what I was trying to say to him. But if I was him, like, that's kind of insane. I'm glad though. I'm really happy. He wrapped his tail around me, pulling me closer to a gentle, protective embrace. Let's think. Before I could say anything, wait. Oh my. Before I could say anything, I heard somebody in the bushes say, "Oh, a giant deer." Oh my gosh. I guess I do look a little more deerish than I do. I want that. Oh heck no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Uh-oh. Chalmer's ears perk up at the sound of the voice, and he quickly turns to face the bushes, his body tensing with protective instinct. "Who's there?" he demands, his voice deep and commanding. A man steps out from the bushes, his eyes wide with greed as he takes in my massive form. Oh, heck no. He's greedy? Yep. "Well, well, well," he says, a smirk spreading across his face. "Look what we have here." Wait, oh, that ain't Alligator. Oh, frick, I'm screwed. "Well, well, well. Look what we have here. A giant deer just waiting to be caught. Are you serious?" He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a Pokeball. I'm a flippin' deer dragon. There's no such thing as a deer dragon Pokemon, I can assure you. His thumb hovering over the button. "I'm gonna catch you and add you to my collection. You'll make a fine addition to my stable of rare Pokemon." "I'm not a Pokemon, you idiot." His body blind the man's view of my form. "I don't think so." He growls, his voice is low and threatening. "This Pokemon is under my protection." As soon as Chomper steps in front of me to protect me, the man immediately gets terrified and says, "Wait, why are you so big? And why are you protecting him? What are you?" Oh no. Freak me. Chopper's eyes narrow and he takes a step forward, his massive form looming over the terrified man. "I'm big because I evolved, you idiot." Yeah, but I don't think he's ever seen him for out here. It's like 50 feet tall. So think about it, it's like he snarls, his voice is dripping with disdain. And I'm protecting him because he's my friend, my partner, someone who actually cared about me. Unlike you and your disgusting desire to collect Pokemon like some sort of trophy. The man stumbles back, his face pale with fear. I'm sorry. His hand shaking as he lowers the Pokeball. I didn't know. I thought you were just a wild Pokemon. That's what it's often so, but it still remains firm. Well, now, you know, to turn around and leave. Forget you ever saw us, and don't ever think about trying to catch us again, because next time, I won't be so merciful. Oh my god. A few seconds later, the man knocks for anyway, his eyes wide with fear as he bats away. So, yes, of course, I'll leave. I'm sorry for disturbing you. He turns and flees, disappearing into the bushes as quickly as he appeared. Chomper watches him go, his body still tense and ready for action. He's gone, says softly, turning back to me. Are you okay, Trenton? That man didn't hurt you, did he? He leans down his snout, gently nudging my head as he searches for my face for any signs of distress. I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. I should have been more careful. Should have sensed him approaching sooner. It's not your fault. Period. That man was being a complete idiot anyway. He was trying to capture me in a Pokeball when I'm not even a Pokemon. I'm a real life dragon and deer hybrid. Jumper's eyes widen in realization. He lets out a soft what? A soft chuckle. Oh, right. I sometimes forget that you're not a Pokemon like me. You're something extraordinary. Oh my god, no. Come on. He gently nuzzles my head, his touch comforting and affectionate. That man was a fool, trying to catch a creature as magnificent as you. He had no idea what he was dealing with. His expression turns serious, and he looks into my eyes with a fierce protectiveness. Don't worry, Trenton. I'll always be here to protect you, no matter what. From Pokemon, from humans, from anyone who dares to threaten you. He wraps his tail around you, pulling you close in a gentle embrace. You're mine to protect, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep you safe, forever and always. Before I could say anything else, my body started to transform, and it transformed. And after a few moments, I turned into a tiny, helpless velociraptor that was a deep shade of purple. Uh-oh. I think whatever I don't know if that toxic oil completely got rid of it. I don't know if that toxic oil was completely gone. What the frick is this dumb ad? Oh frick.